Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tarot reading for the actor for Kang for this year, for 2024. It's going to be general because I believe he's enlisting soon. I believe I heard that. I don't know when, but yeah, let's see what he has available for this year. We start with the cards of death. Then he has temperance, Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, and Page of Swords in reverse. Then from the Oracle, he got the card of Mars in Capricorn, Authority. So yeah, very interesting. I think that definitely like starting the year, he is definitely changing. Like I believe that probably he's seen, he's sort of like living his life differently, like doing a whole transformation in his life because there's something about him changing his ways. I don't know if maybe in prior years he was like too worried for certain things. He was like maybe stuck in certain cycles of his life, doing the same or just having like the same vision towards life. But with the death card and the temperance, there's something about him sort of facing that this year is going to be different. That this year is going to sort of mark his life, and it's going to be like no return. Like life is going to change drastically for him, and it's going to push him to transform totally, like in a very deep sense. And I think that there's something about Song Kang that I believe that probably he doesn't like those sort of changes. Like he sort of refuses to change drastically. Um, but I think that he's sort of seeing that things are no longer the same for him. And instead of worrying and being against it and being like on the fence, he's like, okay, let's go, let's do this. I already know it's happening, so yeah, I'm preparing myself. Like I'm willing to accept the change. He's also feeling like everything in his life, it's sort of like taking him to that experience. So also with the temperance, I believe he's healing a lot. There's something about him not being nervous anymore, not being troubled or worried. He's like embracing the change. I don't know if he's turning to religion or he's turning to meditation or, doing some kind of healing therapy. I don't know. I feel him that he's connecting with his sensitivity a bit more, and he's like, I'm actually like I'm adapting very well. Like I don't think that this year is going to be problematic for him or just like I don't see much activities also, but I think that he's very stable nevertheless. Like he's not there's something about his mindset that is changing. Is changing. I think that he had a sort of way of seeing life and viewing life, maybe being like a sort of workaholic and focusing on work a lot. And this year is like, I let go of all this. I let go and I focus about my spirituality, how I feel, my well-being, and changing some routines about his life and the way he transits life. And I feel he feels like he is no longer carrying weight. He feels liberated somehow. So whatever he put in the past, it was a great decision, and whatever is coming for him, it's also we're going to get a better Songkran in the future, in like in the future years to come. We are going to get a better version of him. In the middle, I have this Queen of Cups, so I'm like, it could be his mother. The Queen of Cups gives me mother vibes. sort of counselor, sort of like a spiritual advisor. I don't know, but I think that this woman is important. Definitely, I see it here, and I'm like, yeah, it could be a co-star, but I don't know. I think that this woman is important for him. And I don't think I don't know, I haven't read for him that often, but I think that this woman is someone that in 2024 is going to be very present for him. She could be older than him. There's something about her being more experienced and also being very experienced when it comes to matters of the heart, being very soft, very loving, very romantic, I would say, but also very motherly vibes. So I think that if he has a type that is this sort of compassionate lover or friend, or this woman that takes care of others, I sort of see her winning a lot in his life. I have the Three of Cups, so I'm like, this could be a friend situation, like a friend thing that there's other people involved, but I think that his eyes are on this guy, on this girl, on this woman. I think that he's changing because of her. I definitely see it. I think that this is why he's like, you know, maybe in the past he was too structured, he was too focused on getting recognition or on getting. I see that his nature is probably in the past he was a bit obsessive, a bit OCD, not just about his work and what he does for a living, but also probably about relationships. He been not that emotional and actually been very, just having a few connections, but all about work and all about, him practicing and talking about business, very materialistic, I would say. But this year is all about emotions. It's all about also hanging out with others, like being friends with others, being seen with others. But in the middle of this gathering, there's this person. In the middle of these reunions, there's this woman. And I think that this woman is very important for him. I think that he wants to impress her, but he doesn't know how. He doesn't know how. I think that this is probably a year where he's going to feel very emotional, but at the same time, it's going to be a year where probably he will try to communicate something, or he will try to express how he feels, but somehow he cannot do it. There's something about his communication or his ability to speak that he's going to see an impediment. He's going to see an obstacle towards this. So this is why I think that maybe this woman is older, but also I see other people like in the middle. So I see him like being like, I want to say something, but I cannot say it. Either because they're friends or there's other people. But I think that probably there's something also about him not being able to talk that much about his life and about what he's going to do. And probably I think that he doesn't want to bother her. There's something about him putting her in a pedestal. This is why I see her like standing very high in here, and he being like, I don't deserve her. Like, as if she's a sort of goddess. But yeah, it could be like he feeling like he could be friend zoned, because there's other people like also. So I'm like, and I think that it bothers him how he cannot be that assertive with her, and how he feels like a child. Like, he's like, oh, I'm usually so witty, so smart, so good with words, and in this time I cannot say anything. Like, I freeze when I'm near her. So I don't think it's a co-star, but maybe because I see the Three of Cups, you should like look out for some content, or if he participates in a show and there's someone special in there, see how he interacts with that person. um, because I don't know why he feels so small next to her. So I don't know if this person is like much more. It's not about being much more famous, but she definitely is very experienced, and she is like this queen. She has this queen behavior, so he respects her very much, and he somehow feels like he's not worth it. You know that even though he tries to sort of adapt to the connection and to be friendly and to be respectful, he feels very like he feels nervous. There's something about this woman making him feel nervous and making him feel like he's not smart enough, or he doesn't look very eloquent, or he just cannot say anything. Like he wants to say something, and whatever he says, it's like it comes out the wrong way, or there's people in the middle like judging him or making fun of him, which makes things more awkward. So I'm like, who do you want to impress? I'm like, who do you want to impress? But yeah, maybe because this female, maybe she hangs around and there's other people around them. So it's like he cannot talk to her on his own. And he feels so little. He feels so like tiny next to her. Um, so I wonder who this is. So we should like observe if he ever collaborates with someone or appears like in a sort of variety show, like who is with him. Um, and then the card of the advice for him, we have Mars in Capricorn, authority. So yeah, I think that definitely this year it has to do with him, like sort of like also having to deal with authority. I don't know if maybe this if he goes to the military, there's something about his life all of a sudden becoming very structured. Him probably having to be very practical, follow rules, and just, I mentioned a lot of emotionality in here, but I think that probably at the end of the year, there's something about Mars in Capricorn being like, you have to connect with authority. You have to connect with practicality. You have to connect again with your masculine side. Like you have to go back to the more serious part of life. So yeah, it was all nice. It was all cool that you open your heart and that you are feeling like you want to collaborate with others, and you're feeling happy and you're feeling spiritual and that you're feeling like you're healing. But yeah, what is waiting for him is to be surrounded by a lot of authority. A lot of people that at first he can feel a bit overwhelmed because these people will guide him, so he will feel like, okay, like I feel like I know nothing, I feel like an amateur in front of these people that have so much experience and that have so much control over things. And also I think that if this is like, him going to the military, also I think that he's sort of seeing this in his life, and also in relationships, because if we notice this Queen of Cups in here and him being represented at this Page of Swords in reverse, him also feeling like she is an authority figure, or that she is like the queen, the one that knows, the ruler, the one that possesses the control over him. So there's something about him probably this year meeting a lot of people with a lot of Capricorn energy. So he feels like sort of like he has to surrender to them. And that even though he wants to show that he also has his tools and his abilities, and that he's very smart as well. There's something about him feeling less, or feeling a bit nervous about the experiences to come. Him feeling like he's not prepared, or that he's not good enough to be in their presence. So him feeling like, oh, okay, like I guess I don't know much compared to these people. because they seem to be like the one that rules the connection, and he just has to follow. So it is somehow also like him probably having to learn to sort of give out the control and just be a good learner, a good pupil, I would say, a good student. Like, it's okay if you have to learn new things and adapt to situations that you never knew before. Like, it's okay, but also with the kind of authority, I think that he's going to meet with a lot of people that are going to assert their authoritarian behavior with him, and him having to sort of adapt to this, to being guided by these people, and to having to respect them, and just having to not take it personally, because actually this is also about him learning that there's different kinds of authorities, and that he can be a leader in the future as well. Probably, I think that it has to do with the military, because it feels very rigid. It feels very serious all of a sudden. His life, the first months start all like very emotional and all like very funny even, and then it gets serious all of a sudden. It gets very cold. It gets like, okay, you have to follow what I say. So, life will turn a bit like routinary for him, and also very restricted in some areas, not that fun. So I think that he should enjoy these emotional times, and connect with others, and also being with friends, and also like share with them and open up his heart, and being empathic and just having fun, because then later it will come, the more structured times of him having to follow orders, and probably just having a very like you know rigid lifestyle. So he has to make the most of it right now. um, I do see a sort of collaboration, but I don't know if it's like a new drama. I don't see it. I don't see it unless he has already recorded it, but I don't see it. I don't know if maybe the fans know if he's working on something new, but in here I don't see it. I see more like he could appear in some shows, but I don't see like a proper drama or film been made this year. So I don't know. Maybe the fans know more. So yeah, guys, this is all I have for him today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.